Hi, my name is Renier, and this is my wife.
Lizna.
And we are from Hillsong Stellenbosch. So for us, Heart for a House, is this moment once in a year where we're just reminded of everything that God has done throughout the year leading up to that point, and also believing for what God is going to do in the year ahead. And I think as a new Christian, coming to Hillsong Church, I initially thought like this Heart of the House thing is a money thing. It's all about money, and the church wants money, and the church wants to do things with the money. But as I was walking this journey with Jesus, I realized it's not really about money. It's about, faith, and it's about me saying, cool, I'm believing for something, and I'm going to stretch myself in this and bring what I have to bring. I've always been an entrepreneur, and being an entrepreneur, you can't really rely on a fixed salary that comes in a predictable date. So, looking at the entire picture of how the business is doing, how my personal finances is doing, sometimes it's really challenging to go, cool, I want to give right now, but I don't know when the next money is going to come in. Like, I've got clients that are supposed to pay, they've got some delays, everything's delayed. So looking at that landscape, I'm very often challenged to go like, where's my priorities? And I would put off being generous in the moment where I felt I should have been, simply because of fear in that moment. But what I have found is the times when I actually relied on God, when I actually leaned in and said, you know what, God, I'm going to step out and trust you in a situation and believe that you're going to come through. Like, not only did it always work out, what I also found is that His peace surpasses all understanding, just comes over that situation. So you find yourself looking at a situation going, you want to be generous, you want to be giving into something, but you don't know how it's going to work. You don't know if you'll have enough money. And the irony is, in that point when I've made that decision to say, cool, I'm going to be generous, I'm going to be giving into this, ending up with less money in my bank account, I almost had more peace than I had before giving. It's still an ongoing wrestle for me, but by God's grace, we're navigating it, and we're seeing His goodness all throughout it.
Jesus and His church is the hope for all. And we've truly experienced that. There were seasons in our lives where we didn't have hope. We didn't know what the answer would be. We didn't know what is going to happen. And through our church community, but specifically the Church of Jesus Christ, He gave us hope week in and week out. I remember Sundays where I would be running with my kids to church, and Renier and I would be there, just want to hear that everything's going to be okay. That's why church for us is a non-negotiable, because by actually experiencing the hope of Jesus Christ through the vehicle of the church, our lives changed. And to actually invite people into that community and seeing that there is hope, there is encouragement, it's going to be okay. We don't necessarily know what the answer is now, but Jesus Christ is always the one that's going to come through for us. And it gives us a sense of joy, and it gives us a sense of peace.
So in Matthew 16, Jesus speaks about how He's building His church. And, that's something we've witnessed over the years. We can be there and we can do different things, but whether or not we participate, Jesus is building this church nonetheless. And what we've come to know is, being part of Jesus doing that is just the biggest blessing in life, is to witness what He's doing, and to see that church come to life. It's not a building, it's not a person, it's not a group of people, it's not everybody that's at staff at Hillsong. It's really this movement of Jesus bringing hope to the world, Jesus pulling people out of their situations into a future, Jesus bringing hope. I want to encourage people to be part of that journey, to be part of what Jesus is building, because that is what I believe our church is about. That is the mission we're on, and that is something that we love to participate in.
If anybody's feeling today that they're on their own, and what do they have to give, look what God has placed in your hands, however big or small. It doesn't matter. You matter, and therefore whatever you bring matters. It is not something that sometimes we can go, oh, but God, what can I bring? Somebody brought fish and God multiplied it. Somebody brought loaves and God multiplied it. And it's not about the size of the giving, but it's about the heart. And if their heart is wanting to be part of this, you don't have to wait for permission or wait for somebody to tell you or wait for somebody to say you should or shouldn't or whatever. You can just we say, welcome home. This is your home. And therefore you get to put your feet up on the couch, you get to be part of it. And don't miss out on that, because it's something that will really, really grow your faith, but also you will experience the love of God in the way that you've never done before.